As Deuteronomy was about to get deeply in her thoughts, her boss lady, Miss Wu, let her know she had to talk to her. Deuteronomy really didn't know what Miss Wu wanted. Walking toward Miss Wu's office, all Deuteronomy could think about, what the fuck I did wrong? I hope she's not letting me go. Miss Wu told her to sit down. Deuteronomy calmly sat down with both of her hands in one, relaxing her lap. In Miss Wu's best English, she said to Deuteronomy, I'm very proud of you. I was, skeptic about hiring you, but you the best thing I have. Then Miss Wu took out her evaluation papers. Deuteronomy couldn't believe it. She was finally getting the raise she so rightfully earned. She couldn't help herself but to stand up and give Miss Wu a hug after signing the evaluation paper. Miss Wu say, No, touchy on clock. Deuteronomy say, I'm just so excited that I got what I always wanted and deserved. Miss Wu cracked a smile and told Deuteronomy to go back to her station and clean up, get herself ready to leave for the day. While holding back tears, hurt at work, she knew once she left the premises of Boutique Nails, she was going to go somewhere in her apartment and ball up in a fetus position, cry her eyes out to her Lord, cry because it'll make her feel better, cry because she really was in love with Larry and thought Larry was going to pop the question, will he marry her? Deuteronomy said to herself, I'm going to be a big girl and not cry over what this worthless son of a bitch had done to me. But when she turned on the radio, water began to fill up in her eyes, because 101.5 FM was playing Whitney Houston's song. Why does it hurt so bad? Tears began to roll down her face. Going a different route that she normally take to get home, she decided to turn on Northeast 3rd Avenue. Taking a different route, she happened to see a bar. She wanted to make a right turn to enter the bar to get a drink or two, but there was a car behind her driving her ass that made her lose her concentration to turn. Instead of getting mad and saying, you dumb fuck, she decided to make a U-turn to go back around to the bar facility to get something to drink. She quickly parked her car, went inside to get that drink she yearned for, and a Caucasian bartender asked her, how's it going? What drink you would like for me to mix for you today? Deuteronomy wanted to drink something hard, but she sensed it would be better to start with something light to get her relaxed and mellow. She said to the bartender, give me a Southern Home Chardonnay. He abruptly said to her, coming right up. When she got her wine, she debated drinking at the bar. Since the bar has it that people could sit outside, she decided to grab her wine and sit outside and enjoy the warm South Florida weather. Evidently, many people up north like to migrate to in the wintertime. The bar was empty when she got there. Only sitting outside for 10 minutes, people of all walks of life filled the bar, as if the bar was having a 3-for-1 special. Someone came outside with their drinks in their hand, looking for a table to sit at. Searching for about 10 minutes, she began to give up hope and go back inside the bar. It's a good thing she turned back around and searched again for a available table before going back inside the bar. She saw Deuteronomy sitting by herself. She felt, since they are sisters, she could sit with her. That's if Deuteronomy is not accompanied with anyone. The woman with her 2 drinks in her hand boldly walked over to Deuteronomy and said, how you just love the evening? I hope I'm not intruding, but it seems to me from a distance you need someone to sit down and listen to your problems. Deuteronomy was wondering to herself, how did she know I have problems? Is it obvious written on my face? Deuteronomy said to the woman, I guess you can sit with me and socialize with me, cause you definitely not intruding. The woman said, that's good to hear, cause I sure don't want no shit to go down. After mentioning her last words, she scoped the area and see for herself. She continued, knowing your boyfriend is hiding in the bushes somewhere. Deuteronomy said, oh, you don't have to worry about that, because that traffic motherfucker's finished. The woman had a look on her face as I have to sit down and hit the 411 on this. Before sitting down with Deuteronomy, she decided to introduce herself. So damn rude of me. My name is Candy. Candy Moore. Candy had her left hand out to give Deuteronomy a handshake. After Candy heard the name of the person she shook hands with, Candy said, you got to be fucking kidding me. You were named after the last book of Moses in the Old Testament? In one word, Deuteronomy say, yep. Candy say, your parents must be deep in church and from the South. Deuteronomy say, we're from Augusta, Georgia. I was literally raised in church. Deuteronomy took a moment to reflect on what she said and continued saying, ooh, glad them days are in the past. The church life was making me insane in the membrane. Kenny began to chuckle on what Deuteronomy said, but deep within, Kenny didn't want to admit it. The New Hope Baptist Church used to be her second home when she was little. After Candy had finished drinking her first drink, she said, tell me what this trifling motherfucker did to make you drink your problems away on a Wednesday. Just couldn't wait for the weekend to get you correct. Deuteronomy felt a little uncomfortable telling a stranger her business, but she knew it would be the best thing to talk to someone than keep her pain tucked neatly inside her heart. Deuteronomy got a refill on the drink she was drinking on. Before telling a sad story, she counted 10 and said within, "It's either now or never." Deuteronomy decided that now is the right time to get her life back in order when the wound is still fresh on her mind. "Deuteronomy, girl, I don't think it's a good idea for you to drive," Candy say. Deuteronomy asked, "Why?" Candy say, "'Cause girl, you tore up from the floor. Hop in my Jetta. I'll take you home." Deuteronomy asked, "What about my baby?" Candy say, "I'll pay a tow truck to get your baby home safely." Deuteronomy got up, tried to take a step forward, but found herself stumbling back in her seat. That's when Candy came to her rescue to hold and guide her to her car. Deuteronomy wasn't too out of it to give Candy her address where she lived. The drive from the bar where they were drinking and socializing wasn't too far from where Deuteronomy lived. Candy safely got her to her home and carefully got her out the car. Once they got out the car, Candy asked Deuteronomy, "Sweetie, which one is your apartment?" Deuteronomy told her the one the dog is making so much noise disturbing the peace. Candy knew Deuteronomy didn't have the ability to search inside her purse to get her keys out to open the door. That's when Candy asked if she could go in her purse to get the keys to open the door. Deuteronomy's dog was barking up a storm at Candy. Deuteronomy sternly say, "Smiley, go to your room and go lay down." And Smiley did what his master told him to do. Deuteronomy crossed her legs as if she needed to release herself, but couldn't make up her mind if she wanted to go to the bathroom. Candy say, "Girl, if you need to go pee, then go pee. It's not a good thing to hold it in." Afterwards, Deuteronomy stumbled to the bathroom that was at least 5 feet from her apartment door. Candy knew she could go to the bathroom with no problem on her own. That's the reason why she didn't help her to go to the bathroom. It was 12 minutes later when Candy began to get a little worried because Deuteronomy didn't come out the bathroom yet. That's when Candy called out her name several times. Deuteronomy didn't answer, so Candy decided to knock on the door, call her name again before turning the doorknob. She found Deuteronomy asleep on the toilet. Candy came to her rescue, put her underwear up on her plush thighs and ass, and helped her to lay down in her bed. As Candy was putting the leopard sheets on Deuteronomy's petite body, Deuteronomy say, "Don't leave me like Larry left me. Please, will you spend the night and keep me company?" Candy say, "I have to go to work 8. Deuteronomy cut her off by saying, "I'm hurting. You don't want to leave for isolate and pain." Candy say, "No." Deuteronomy continues saying, "Then take off your shoes and get in bed with me." Candy didn't think it was a good idea knowing Deuteronomy was drunk and hurting out the love she lost. As Candy was undecided about getting in the bed with Deuteronomy, she began to drift back when she lost the love of her life and there wasn't one soul to comfort her. So Candy thought this time around she'll help someone who is hurting over the love they lost. Candy got in the bed asking for him. All of a sudden, Deuteronomy began to cry uncontrollably. While Candy wiping the tears from Deuteronomy's face, Candy say, "Oh, sweetie, don't cry. That's why I'm here, to make you feel better." Candy began to scoot her body closer to Deuteronomy's body in a spoon position while wrapping her hands around her curvy waist. While she comforted Deuteronomy, she repeated the words to Deuteronomy's ear, "Everything's gonna be alright." After the 10th time saying what she said to her, Candy began kissing Deuteronomy from her left earlobe to the middle region of her back. While Candy kissing the back region of her body, Deuteronomy was essentially saying, "Mmm. Ah, oh." So Candy thought it was her cue to continue. As Candy kissed Deuteronomy's delicious mocha body, she began to turn Deuteronomy flat on her back. Candy wanted to go forward and kiss Deuteronomy on her juicy, sensational lips, but she wanted to make sure Deuteronomy really wanted to put her lips on her lips. They stared at each other's eyes for at least 3 minutes without blinking. After 3 minutes of debating to do it or not, Deuteronomy volunteered and lifted her head a half inch up to meet Candy's soft pucker lips. A simple kiss was displayed first. Afterwards, a French kiss that got both of them aroused to take it to the next level. 10 minutes later, Candy and Deuteronomy's clothes were magically spread on the floor. Deuteronomy nervously shaking inside because she had never did anything like this before. Not even a threesome with Larry. While Deuteronomy's body is naked to a stranger she doesn't know anything about, she thought to herself if she should try it and see if she liked it or not, or push Candy off her body and say to Candy she doesn't feel comfortable trying something new. But the person Deuteronomy is would Go on ahead, try something new. And that's what she did. For 2 hours straight, Candy and Deuteronomy made beautiful abstract love. It was different. It was slow and easy. It was exotic and so essential. At last, somebody knew how to make Deuteronomy have multi-orgasm back to back. Deuteronomy knew from that very moment that she's interested to continue trying something new. Maybe undecided of becoming a homosexual or bisexual, but at that very moment of passion, she only knew she was open to trying something new. 6 months later, "Baby, you hungry?" Candy asked. Deuteronomy say, "Girl, I'm starving like Marvin in his mug. What you gonna cook for me, sweetie?" Candy say, "I don't know, boo. I'm gonna look in the fridge and see what we got." Candy looked inside the refrigerator to see what she can in an instant cook for her and Deuteronomy for breakfast. Candy found there wasn't really nothing to cook. She sighed and said, "Babe, we gotta go to Publix to get something to eat." Deuteronomy came close to Candy to show some affection. Deuteronomy asked, "Which one?" Candy say, "The one on Sunrise and Northeast 15th Avenue." Deuteronomy began to put her sliver tongue inside Candy's left ear. Candy say, "Ooh, don't be starting now, you can't stop." Deuteronomy say, "What if I don't want to stop what I want to give you?" Candy say, "Then fucking breakfast can wait." Mesmerized by Deuteronomy putting her tongue in her ear, she added, "Actually, I lost my appetite for food. Now I'm hungry for you." Right at that instant, they began taking off their clothes, got on the wooden round table, and fed their body what it badly needed: love.
This has been a one-man band production.